Yo, what's up, guys? Steve, we're scotching things. Nothing really today. Just funny comments lately. I'll talk about that in a second. I've talked about this video is going to be all over the place. We got winded out today, which really sucks. This farmer, it's at least we're by home, right? So I'm not pissing away money on a hotel. This farmer, it's his first bin he's ever bought, right? He's taken over for his dad. And it's funny, we got to talking and we pulled up to this farm, this place, and it felt familiar. It felt like, God, have I been here before? But I'm like, no. Oh, God, it feels really weird. And get to talking, the farmer comes over, talking with him, and I don't know what we started talking about, and he mentioned a town. I'm like, oh, that's where my wife's from. And he's like, really? And I gave her a name. He goes, oh, I think her dad built it. I'm like, wait, what? And we look at this used bin. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, we did build this bin like 9 years ago. But it's when his dad was in charge, and there was just shit everywhere. There was just shit everywhere. And I thought the house would look familiar, but they had cleared all these trees. Like when we were building this used bin, I couldn't even walk around like the backside. You're in between the bin and these trees. It was just a pain in the ass, and there was just old equipment everywhere. And the sun's cleaned up. That's a lot of these farmers. They just don't throw anything away ever. Some farms are nice and clean. Some farms are a giant tetanus shot waiting to happen. So yeah, he's been out every day, multiple times, taking pictures, looking, asking questions. When's it going to be done? When's it going to be done? And it's always, under promise, over deliver, right? You tell them, oh, it's going to be Tuesday. And I was really hoping we would have had the bin up today and the floor in Friday, finish it up Saturday, and he's good to go. And now we're not going to get done until we're going to get the bin up tomorrow. It sucks, only 3 rings to go, but the wind is just, it came up and just too dangerous. So we'll have the bin up tomorrow, and then we got to let it sit because we epoxy the anchors in and the bins are never round, and we'll have to pull the door out because there's just the way those sheets are designed by the door. There's not a jack there to help hold it. So most times the door sheets want to curve in, so the bin wants to suck in there. So we'll tie it off to the telehandler and pull the bin out round, and we'll have to block the jacks, and then we let the anchor sit overnight, so we can crank the bin down, crank the anchors down in the morning once the epoxy sets pretty fast, but I just usually let them sit overnight. Then Saturday we'll work half a day Saturday. We'll get the jacks out of the bin and get the spiral done and the transition and the fan on, and then start building the floor, and then we'll finish it up Monday and get out of there for him. But needed some parts for my jacks, just these tiny little bolts that hold the case on for where all the gears are. We've just over time banging around transporting them, we've lost some, so I had to get some to make sure they're all nice and tight and secure. But I've talked about this before, Bomgaars, man, they are, I would say, the best place to go for DeWalt tools. I used to buy a lot of stuff at like Home Depot and stuff, and then I've got a tool guy in Lincoln that kind of specializes in all sorts of tool. I think it's Total Tool. And he'll, it's like, hey, he can get me anything I need. My epoxy, I buy my epoxy from him, or Fastenal, and Fastenal is just expensive. But Bomgaars, man, it's the place to go. Their sales are insane, and I just thought I'd show you what I'm talking about. This is a DeWalt PowerStack battery. It's a 20 volt, 5 amp. I started running these last year. We've got just 4 of them now. Now we've got 6. I'm gonna buy a couple more, I think, when they get some more in. They only had 2. But this is a $250 battery. $250 for this battery. and they have them on sale. They have them on sale single like this for $129, but if you buy this with the stupid charger, it's $99. I don't get their pricing, whatever. Anyway, a $250 battery, and it's on sale now for $99, so I am going to load up. They just last forever. This is great. I absolutely, those are great batteries, but they're expensive at $250, right? But when they're $99, hey, let's go. I'll start heading home. So yeah, but funny comment. It's weird what, I try and answer every comment, but it's weird what I've gotten comments on lately. A lot of the old pew pew stuff. I've been getting comments on crazy, which is weird. Like, you think a video sits around for 4 or 5 years now and whatever. But a lot on G26 and it's just weird, and it's just like, it's not random videos. It seems to be like the same video will get 4 or 5 comments here or there, and then a couple days later it'll get some more. I don't know how the YouTube algorithm works or whatever, or why people are seeing this or deciding to comment on it all of a sudden. But then you always get, you comment, and there's always the guys that, I like to ramble, I like to talk. That's what this channel is not about one thing. It's just, I show a lot of knives, but I also talk about other bullshit from time to time. And it's just funny. I always get the comment, and I've always been a talker and just kind of ramble on, and it's, guys will get all pissed off and type something like, I'm 3 minutes into the video and you finally show this or that, and this is bullshit. It's like, who takes the time to leave all right, just click off the video, whatever. And then there was one I compared the Kimber Rapide to the Rock Island Armory 1911. I mean, I'm talking like maybe 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And just getting, and I love that Rock Island. I don't think I said anything negative in that video. It was just like a $1,500 pew to a $500 pew. What are the differences? Boy, and like I said, that Rock Island, I love that gun. I don't think I said anything bad about that gun in the video. And you just get these comments, man, and it's always like, they get defensive, and it's like, my rock has been, mine was awesome too, man. I don't think I had a failure until after 2,000 rounds of one. It was 2 separate guys commenting like, only 2,000 rounds, please, that's not enough. I'm like, man, when I go shooting, like, the 45 is not what I shoot a lot of. I shoot a lot of 9mm. It's like, I'm just not out there blasting all the time. 9mm is cheaper, so when I shoot a lot of that. And the 45s are usually just fun range guns. I'm not doing a lot of training, I'm not carrying them, I don't need to be super proficient. They are super accurate guns. It's just funny. It's just funny what people decide to comment about or take offense to. And then I had one guy that was like, I can't remember the comment. It was 2 comments on the same video, and I'm just like, it was kind of drug. I don't know what he was getting at, and something about how the Rock was so much better than the overpriced. What? I was just like, cool, man. Whatever. It's whatever. I have both, or had both. I like both. It doesn't matter. Like, both are great. One be at 500, one be at 50. It doesn't. They're all sweet. Who cares? And I just commented like, cool, and then I think he commented later, maybe I'll watch this video. And it's just, they start off, people that always start off I was this and that, so therefore I'm an expert, and hey, thank you for your service, you were a vet. Guess what, you carried neither of those weapons in your time. And he said Iraq, so I don't know which Iraq war, the first or the second, but guess what, neither of those guns were issued to you. And I just told him at the end of the day, like, people get mad, but like at the end of the day, like, my carry gun now is either a Glock or my Staccato, or I've got a Springfield, and actually I'm thinking about letting that one go. But I just told him, hey man, that's awesome, thanks for your service, but guess what? Neither of those guns, the Kimber or the Rock, would be a carry gun. So if you want to, I had failures with both. Actually, the Kimber, I never really had a failure. But I just find it funny. This is kind of an off-topic whatever video today. There were weird comments and people decide to get defensive about weird things, and it's just like, oh, cool, man. Like what you like. Sorry I offended you, but a pew's a pew, and they're all cool. So, well, mostly they're all cool. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.